Good day to you all, our dear viewers. I'm by the names of Mr. Mutale Uzaifa, going to take you through our nice paper, that is physics paper 2, and we are going to particularly look at the first topic. I call it the first topic because in most cases when we are teaching, we normally look at something that links O-level content to A-level content. That's why I'm going to say the topic I'm going to handle today is our first topic. That is if to be systematic. So the topic for today that we are going to look at is a topic that we shall call light. Light. If I'm to be more scientific, I will call it optics. Because optic means that element of light. That's why you hear an optician, an optical fiber, yes. So all those instruments or everything that you hear that includes that element of optic, it means such an instrument or an element or a person deals with an instrument or an organ that requires light to operate. Yeah, so today we are going to look at light, and another name we have called it optics. So we are going to be looking at light. Now, if I'm to first take you back to what you covered in senior 4, it could be senior 2, because remember we make a foundation starting from back then in senior 2. So we are going to first remind ourselves about how we define the term light, the definition of light first of all. So the definition won't deviate so much from the one we had at O-level. Reason being, light remains light, only that we shall try to add in more, maybe some flesh, just to make it to suit the level that we are in. But still, if it is an exam, you're sitting for an exam, and you bring us, you give us the O-level definition that you had at your school, we shall still give you a mark, right? So maybe before I take you through the topic for today, remember this session is an introduction. I'm looking at a student that has just finished Form 4, a VAX right now. You could be a VAXist from Senior 4, and you're still fresh. So I won't take you, I won't rush you so much into the content part of this bit of light. So today we shall first have the format of our paper, because mainly we are looking at paper 2. Paper 2, physics. Now, just like we had at O-level, physics is made up of 3 papers. Yeah, you get it from me. It has 3 papers. There is what we call paper 1, and there is paper 2, then there is paper 3. So today I'm going to cover a topic that comes from our second paper. Now, paper 2, looking at paper 2, just like we had at O-level. Now for O-level, things are going to be different a bit. At O-level, we had all the 8 topics. Yeah, basically 8 topics, but all of them were falling in both papers. You would find light in paper 1, light in paper 2. You would find, let's say, a topic like electricity in paper 1, electricity in paper 2. It is just the setting format that was different. Yeah. So now in A-level, the setting format is the same, but what is set, and that is the content or the topics that are set, and the ones that are different. So we are going to see what does a learner expect in our paper 2? You expect 8 numbers. It is made up of basically 4 sections. Section A, which is our first section. Now, according to the new way of setting, expect the paper that you will sit for at the end of your 2-year course to include 2 numbers of light, and you're supposed to select 1. So out of all the content that you shall have in light, you will be required to attempt only 1 number from all that content that you will have. In most cases, I'm not saying all cases, but in most cases, number 1 comes from the first part that we call reflection. That includes the first part of reflection that we covered in O-level. Then we shall have mirrors. That is what will be in number 1. So we are expecting that there will be 2 separate numbers, one from reflection and the other one from refraction, each carrying 20 marks. So whether you choose number 1 or you choose number 2, the marks will be the same. You will still get 20 marks. So that is our section A. So basically, today's session, in case you are to go to the content part, we shall be looking at section A basically. Then we shall also get time another session and look at what is in section B. We start looking at that content. Now, what you expect in section B, question 3 and question 4. There are also 2 topics: mechanical waves. So section B is basically for waves. Only that waves are also split into 2. There are what we call the mechanical waves, where we look at Doppler effect. We shall look at waves on a string. We shall look at waves in pipes. We shall look at a progressive wave. All those are mechanical waves. We shall classify them under mechanical waves. We basically look at those waves that require a material medium, sound waves, those types of waves. Then when we go to question 4, we shall look at the wave theory of light. Now, wave theory of light, that's where we shall look at interference, we look at polarization. Now here basically we look at those waves that do not require material medium for their propagation. Wave theory of light. We shall look at Young's double slit experiment. Yeah. So all those ones are under wave theory of light. We look at the diffraction gratings. That is still under wave theory of light. Now that is our section B. Now section C has 3 numbers. The first number will come from magnetism. Number 6 can be electromagnetism. Then our number 7, AC circuits. That's how these topics are arranged: magnetism, electromagnetism, AC circuits. Or we can have it otherwise. We may have okay, don't say that the teacher told us number 5 is always magnetism. So if you find number 5 as electromagnetism, you just say I'm done. Yeah. So the arrangement may not matter, but just know that in section C you always find those 3 numbers there: an AC number, an electromagnetism number, and a magnetism number. But a caution: a setter may have interest in magnetism or electromagnetism, then he has a bias on AC, or it may not be a bias, but could be targeting a certain body of knowledge in that particular year. So the setter may add a certain part on a given topic. May look at AC and fix a part of magnetism onto the AC question. It has ever happened. So he may ask the first, let's say number 7, part A, define the term a sinusoidal current or voltage. That is part A. Then goes to part B and says maybe define the term root mean square value of an alternating current. That could be question 2. Then goes to part C and says maybe derive the relation connecting the amplitude of current and the root mean square value of current. Are we together? That would be part C. Then goes to part D and now chips in a part of either magnetism or electromagnetism. It could be concerning transformers. Are we together? That is can chip it onto the AC part. Because remember, back then, teachers used to tell us that in this section, you can dodge magnetism and electromagnetism and instead just concentrate on AC circuits. That is suicidal nowadays. Yeah, it is a bit risky. Are we together? So it is better you study your AC so well, but also you need a part of magnetism and electromagnetism. So for that section, I cannot say choose this or choose this or choose that, but depending on your strength. So for you, you could say, I want to do two numbers, number 5 and number 6. And maybe you're not so good at AC. Are we together? Who said that everyone is good at AC circuits? So that is our section C. For section D, we have 8, 9, and 10. Now number 8, normally electrostatics. Number 9, we have capacitors. And number 10, we have current electricity. That is our complete paper. What comes next is an end. Are we together? There is normally end there. And that is our complete paper. That is the paper that you should expect. So then the instructions are attempt only 5 questions in total. So that means we have a wide range to choose from. Then the next instruction is we are supposed to choose at least one, but not more than one question from A and B. Then from this side you can choose either 2, 1, or you could choose 1 then 2. Okay, now let's look at this. I could say I'm good at number 1. I take number 1 because that is a must in section A. In each section, at least you have to attempt a number. So I come and choose number 1 concerning light. That means that is maybe reflection. I come to section B. I say I'm good at mechanical waves. Those are now 2 numbers. I come to section C. I say I'm good at magnetism. That is number 3. Now I can either choose another question in the very section C, or I can, so that I make a total of 2 questions from section C, or I can just choose 1 from magnetism. Then I come and look at electrostatics and capacitors. A total 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Those are my 5 questions. 20 marks, that makes 100. So basically, this is the prerequisite knowledge that any A-level student requires to have before you start going into the details of the paper. So this is our paper 2, physics paper.